Welcome back to Jennifer Broussard Art. Today let's paint some simple snowy trees like this one. I have a piece of Arches 5x7 cold pressed paper on a homemade block, some fine sea salt, and my trusty Daniel Smith palette. This is going to be fun. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start by wetting the paper. I'm going to wet the sky, and I'm going to leave a little bit of foreground. I'm just going to make a simple hill. Okay, you can see that it is not puddling. I'm going to spread it around a little bit better up there at the top. It's not puddling, and it's very well saturated on here. It's spread around evenly. I'm going to take some cobalt blue and spread it all around the sky. This is reminding me of Flagstaff, Arizona. I would go hiking out at a logging road right down Route 66 from where I lived. And if you went after it snowed, you got to see trees freshly coated with pure white snow, and it was really cool. Okay, I'm going to get some darker blue, getting indanthrone blue, and I'm going to just put it where I want to put the salt. I'm going to make this a nice big tree. And now I'm going to wait a minute because it's pretty wet. It looks like I have some salt on there already from a previous project. Now I'm going to put the salt on just in this area right here, and I'm going to leave a spot here for the trunk. So I'm going to go down in a line. Can you see that? Oh yeah, you can, good. Down in a line like that. And I'm going to start coming out from that line. I want it to have a little shape, but I don't know if I'm going to get that. But we can make the shape with the branches when we put them in. So I tried to keep the salt to here and here and here. Some did get out from over there. It's on there, so that's okay. I'm gonna watch this and see if it starts working, and I will come back before it's dry to check with you. And before it gets too dry, I'm gonna soften the foreground here. I'm gonna soften this. I'm using a damp brush and just going right over that hard line. It has been a couple of minutes, and I just see the salt getting outlined in a puddle of water. I am going to add more salt now that it's been drying a little bit, in hopes that this will start to move the pigment away. And now I'm going to go away from this because watching it is is a little bit difficult to do. And now I see that this is creeping down. I'm going to do this. And now I'm going to wet the whole thing so that when this creeps down, it's not going to make a hard line on dry paper. Now it can't make a hard line. Okay, walk away. It has been about 2 hours, and I am so happy with how this came out. This has taken me 5 I did this one. This is the best one I did. I've done at least 5 of these, and this one's my favorite. So now I'm going to use some stuff to dress it up. I have some metallics, I have a white gel pen, and I have some browns mixed up in my watercolor palette to do a trunk and maybe a few branches. I'm going to keep the branches, I think, very minimal because it is covered in snow, and if I do any, I'm going to use the white gel pen. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a trunk, and I was thinking right about here. And then come up the tree a little ways and do a few more little sections so that it's continuous. Maybe up there it's a little bit lighter. Make that a little pointy, make that not quite so rectangular. That one's okay, I think, because that's the bottom. And I think I'm going to have like, I'm going to switch to my skinny, I'm going to switch to my number 2 silver black velvet. I'm just hinting at branches. Okay, let's put some white branches in. Actually, I don't think this is quite dry. It's actually making the gel pen work better because it's sort of damp. I think that's all I want for that. I like how it's showing up against that dark blue. I'm going to get some of the metallics now. I think I'm going to start with some of this color. I'm going to try to keep this kind of light and monotone, wintry looking. Just every now and then put a little ball. Now I'll do this one. This one's green pearl. I think I'll get yellow, fine gold. You can skip this part if you don't want this to be Christmassy. You can just let it be wintry. There's so many ways to do a tree. And I don't really have a plan. I'm just going with the flow. Whatever I feel like doing, I'm just doing. Okay, I'm going to get this light pink. It's called Fine Lilac. These are by Coliro. This is Fine Tech Coliro M1200. I don't know what the set's called, like with a name. It's all I know is what's on the label. Now I think I'm going to get some of this darker, it's called red violet, and add it into that pink and some of the other colors, just so that whoever's looking at this will know, oh, this has baubles on it. I'm going to look a little closer. Because they really aren't that noticeable. And now I think I'll get this red brown. This is really pretty. I don't know. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, I think I'm done with those metallics. I'm going to get my white, and I'm going to put a little bit of shadow under this. I took some of the blue that's on my palette and just put it underneath, and now I'm just softening. This is some Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. And I'm going to splatter a little bit of snow. I just do this. There are lots of people who do it different ways. I've just always done it like this. A little more water. And I think I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the gold, this bronze one. No, not that color. I want to do this color. I'm going to continue down here with a little bit more color. Because I want to do a snowman. I was thinking about what kind of little creature could we put down here? Little bunny, something. But I tried to do a bunny on one of mine and it just didn't work. So I'm going to add a little bit of lavender, I think. This is turning out to be quite a pretty little card. I'm going to dry this and then make the snowman, snow person. All right, everything's dry and I'm going to go ahead and do the snow person. Get a little more pigment in this. It's going to be looking up at the tree. I think he's tilted, so I'm going to try to fix that. Okay, now I'm going to get some more of the blue and add a little shadow right underneath him. And then we'll let that dry. It's all dry, and I want to adjust this a little bit. Seems like that should go up further. That looks a little better. Okay, I'm going to choose my opaque or my more opaque watercolors to do the scarf and the hat, everything on the snowman. And what I mean by that is when you look on your tubes of watercolor, you'll see a square. It'll be empty, or it'll be half full, or it will be full. And the full ones are the ones that are more opaque and less transparent. And I'm going to use Scarlet Lake. And it might not always be a square. It depends on the brand, I guess. I'm going to use, this Scarlet Lake is by Winsor Newton. I'm going to put this around the neck for a scarf. And it's blowing back behind. I'm going to have the little hat. I'm going to get some, what is this, indigo? I'm going to put one eye. I'm going to do indigo. I'm going to put one eye right there, and then part of the smile, because we're looking at the side. And now I'm going to get cadmium orange. This is also by Winsor Newton. No, sorry, this is Daniel Smith. A little carrot. And now with my skinny one again, my number 2, I'm going to make some little stick arms. Up like that. I don't want to do a foreshortened arm. So I think I'll just have it go like this. And have one coming out like this from the other side. No buttons. But I do think that the white of the snowman needs a little bit of something. It needs a little bit of shadow or something. There we go. That looks a little better. I'm being really, really light with this because it's going to reactivate the bleed-proof white. Little shadow under the hat. There. Almost messed up that whole face. There, I think that looks really good. And we're all done. If I move this light away, you could probably see it a little bit better. Isn't that pretty? I just love it. So this didn't pop out of nowhere, just so you know. I tried and tried and tried to get this to work. This is one. I don't think this one's a lost cause. I think I might try and work on that one a little bit. This one, again, maybe not a lost cause. That one, that's pretty bad. And then this one gave me hope. And then I did this one. So it's really not as easy as it looks. Maybe it will be in your area if it's, you know, a certain humidity or you have a different kind of salt or different paper. A lot of factors go into it. So I thank you for joining me and sticking with me to the end. I hope that you liked this video, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.